What's up everybody, Cursing Mushroom here, and today for Weapon Wednesday we're going to be talking about a special weapon that everybody can obtain right now, and I recommend you highly recommended that you do this. Well, why? Because this thing is amazing. It's called the Vision, and crazy enough, it's a sidearm, right? So let's check out its perks, let's check out its stats, then we're going to go to the stability test, some gameplay, and my final thoughts. So let's check out the Vision. Go ahead and lock this because this is probably the only sidearm I've really enjoyed using since actually playing the beta with the Rattler, because I loved using the Rattler in PvP and PvE, but it just, I don't know, it got lost somewhere in translation between here and now, and honestly, here we are again. So let's talk a little bit about the Vision. So it's something of a little different. It's an Omalon sidearm, obviously. It is a 3-round burst, but it is a fantastic 3-round burst, okay? This thing is... It reminds me of a blue one, but I can't think of the name of it, to be honest, and I've deleted it since then. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments down below. You know what I'm talking about. There was one that I always used when we were kind of coming up, so to speak, in our level and so on and so forth while playing the campaign, and it was really good. And this is pretty much that, but the freaking awesome version. Now, so let's talk about the stats here. So the impact, range, and stability and handling are all what you'd expect from something to this nature. The reload speed is a little bit slow. I think I'm going to rework that handling to try to get reload speed, but I haven't decided to do it yet, just to get a little bit faster speed just for that kill clip. And then the RPMs are 491. The magazine size is 27. Now, what it has for its perks. Its main perk is kill clip. Reloading after a kill grants increased damage. Now the thing about kill clip is I wish it did a little bit less damage. Oh, hold on now, don't get frustrated, but lasted a little bit longer. That would be the give and take. I would take like 5 or 10% in damage reduction if I got 5 or 10 more seconds. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can use the entire clip. Sometimes you can't because you just don't have an enemy there. We've got accurized rounds, increases the range, okay? And then we've got appended mag, increases the magazine at a loss of range, and increases it from 27 to 33. Now, I want my range the best possible with this sidearm, just because I think the damage fall off will benefit from that dramatically. So that's what we're going to do. Now, for these sights, you've got the target, which increases stability and handling at a loss of range. Check there, okay? And then this one is increased stability, handling, speed, and range. It's a little bit less range than target, but a lot more stability and handling. And then of course what I'm using is the far point for that increased range. The stability and handling is good regardless, so that's why I'm using that. Now if you're on console you may want to reconsider, but we'll get more into that when we get to the stability test. Now it is an Omalon adaptive frame, well-rounded, reliable, fires a 3-round burst. And I went ahead and put a shader on this thing, a mod, and I'm going to probably rework it soon. I haven't decided completely yet. We'll just have to wait and see. But what we're going to do now is we're going to jump to the stability test. You're going to check out the stability with me, and then we're going to move on to gameplay. So let's get to the stability test. Okay, Guardians, so now it's time to do the stability test. So we're going to be testing the target sight, and we're going to be keeping accurized rounds locked in the entire time. So let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to fire it without resisting. So let's try it. Not too bad, not too bad. The grouping's really good. It's in a vertical pattern. It's not bad at all. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shoot it, and I'm going to resist the recoil. Let's check it out. Okay, the grouping is still really good, much better than before, obviously, and you see how easy it is for me to hold that steady. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the menu here, and we're going to change the sight real time so you know I'm not changing anything, and we're going to short spec next. Okay, so just like before, we're going to shoot the weapon, hip fire, without resisting. So let's try it. Okay. The grouping's still really good on that one as well. I noticed it didn't go as much to the left as the other one, but it's still really good nonetheless. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to resist the recoil. Let's get to it. Now you can clearly see there that that one is much easier for me to, I mean, you know, to be honest, they're both really good, but that one, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it was easier for me to control, and I am using a mouse, so it may even be easier for you guys with controller. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch it like we always do, and we're going to go to Farpoint, the one that I used for that range. Now, let's check out what we can do without resisting. Now this one's got very similar things like the target. It is very close pattern, but the thing is it goes to the left a little bit. I noticed that when shooting it. Now what we're going to do now, just like the others, we're going to resist. Let's resist. Now obviously I'm going to lose a little stability, so it was a little bit harder for me to fight, but I would rather have the range. Now choose which sight you prefer, which one's going to give you the stats that you need. And with that being said, we're going to go to the gameplay. We're going to do PvP first, talk about it, how I feel about it in PvP, and then move on to PvE. So let's get to the gameplay. Okay, in terms of PvP, how does this weapon fare? Well, to be honest, I hate to say it, but it's fantastic. For a sidearm, it gives me hope. And for you people out there that enjoy using sidearms, I would highly recommend that you obtain this one. I will tell you this, just like many other sidearms in this game, you're going to want to hip fire most of the time. You're going to want to use some kind of melee class to help cover the melee distance, because it is harder to get kills when you're not able to finish them off with a melee, you don't have kill clip activated, or like me, sometimes I'm just not landing those headshots with the hip fire. So note that. But it is fantastic. It does great damage, it shoots fast, its stability is fantastic, its range is fantastic. It's got a lot of good things going for it for PvP. So yes, it gets my seal of approval. Use this weapon and use it vigorously, Guardians. It is well worth your glimmer and your time invested. Over time, you will be able to master this weapon and become a force to be reckoned with, throwing off people's playstyles that want to use the Graviton Lance at a distance. And that's how I like to play. So I will be using this a lot more and trying to master it. So that way I can bring you montages of multi-kills with this weapon. I think it's fantastic. So let's move on to PvE. Okay, Guardians, the time is here. So how do I feel about this weapon in PvE? Well, to be quite honest, I really enjoy it. I think it does considerable damage. The hipfire is excellent, just as in any other mode. And you can just straight destroy enemies with this weapon. I just walk up on this wizard and just destroy this dude. I mean, I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. Now, I'm thinking this is going to be really good if the Raid Lair Prestige mode that's coming out soon, if they have a portion where it is like sidearms, that's going to come in real handy. It's a great weapon. It's good. It's surprising how good it is. And so that makes me want to use it more often. So I probably will put it in my rotation of stuff that I want to use, and I'm going to try some things out and see how well it works with other things. But guys, does it get my seal approval in PvE? Absolutely. You know, and get it for yourself where you can. You don't want to miss out. Even if you got to grind for some glimmer, it is worth it. But with that being said, Guardians, I hope you have a great afternoon, morning, day, or night. As usual, Cursing Mushroom out.